Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Mixing Pot Podcast. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right? Tarik? Alright.
Come on.
No, we're back. We're back.
Enthusiastic.
Did you guys miss us? We're
Yes.
back.
I missed you guys.
Yeah. We haven't seen each other in a week.
We haven't seen each
It
I
really
haven't seen
hasn't
you guys in
been.
2
No,
weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2
2
weeks.
weeks. She was on through virtual.
Yeah, I've seen Drew literally every day. So
I know. You guys see
that ain't nothing new.
all day, every day. I know.
But-
I'm a little MIA, guys. I'm sorry, but just doing the fucking damn thing, you know.
As you fucking should be.
Hell yeah.
Be on your shit. You feel
Hell
me?
yeah.
Exactly. So, anyway,
Hey.
before we get everything started, let's set the vibes by getting into a little drink, a little something special. You feel me? Like, let's get into a little bit of wine, y'all. Y'all got me feeling a little spicy. Feel me?
A little spicy.
So I went out and got a little bottle called Menage a Trois. You feel me? I thought of the three of us. You feel me? But not like that though. Y'all some y'all some freak Jones. Y'all some freak Jones.
A minute and a half in and
Nah. Hey yo.
Hey,
But
yo.
they some freak Jones. That's just the name of the drink today, guys. But
The name of the brand?
yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Moscato. Wait, hold on.
I like how you said you feeling spicy, but you got Moscato. Which is
Wait,
Nah, chill.
Yes, he's out, bro.
Oh, yeah, he got
Let me
the
live.
freest one.
So we got Menage a Trois. You gotta say it like French. You feel me? You gotta say it. Menage a Trois.
What year is that?
It is 2018.
Ooh.
From California.
Yo, bro, why you
It is
talking like that?
But yeah, we about to get drunk. Stop playing with me, shitty Denny.
Ooh.
But yeah, like I'm about to hold up.
No.
We gonna have a round where it's just gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna say lyrics or somebody says lyrics and then other people gotta finish it.
I'm with that.
You with that?
Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah, okay, you with it. That's gonna be a little bonus round. Stop playing with me.
You gonna open that?
Oh Lord.
Yo, the way it's cutting right now.
I'm gonna get that shit.
Pour it up. I got that song stuck in my head.
Hell yeah.
Nah, y'all watch Abbott Elementary?
Yeah. Did the new season come back?
Season
Start
3.
back?
Season 3?
What was the last episode was when they was at the zoo, right?
Yeah, that's the
last
last
season.
That's the last episode of season 2.
Oh, so they came out with season 3?
No.
Okay.
So, if you guys haven't been seeing everything on news and stuff, there's a writer's strike right now.
Oh yeah.
So there's mad shows that's been like delayed, that's like not doing anything. And
No shit.
Abbott Elementary's supposed to start writing their season 3, and they're on pause right now too. But some of them are out there like actually on the line, like helping them, like, yo, like they need to be paid more and stuff like that. So, which is funny. So
What's it called? I seen a meme say something about Tyler Perry knowing that his writers ain't on strike because he always coming right with the bread or some shit like that. And it was this black dude frolicking through the field, bro. That shit had me dead. That shit had me fucking dead. But yeah.
Drew, it looks like you're
Struggling?
No, I'm not struggling.
what
I gotta go fully in.
wow.
Yo. Hey.
I'm going
Hey.
deep. Feel me?
Hey, yo.
What the hell?
Yo, what the fuck, dude?
I'm going deep.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
You getting a little crazy today, man.
Say that for your life, my
Good us.
I'm dead. Y'all some freak Jones.
Look at you going in on that.
There you go. Now let's pull it up for y'all.
Pour it up.
For the homies.
Watch
Pour
out.
some. For the
Oh,
homies.
nah, so I brought up Abbott because you remember that Tarik and Miss T's handshake? And they did it, and then she was like acting like he was a stripper throwing money, he's dancing. that's what I keep thinking of when you keep saying pour it up.
Pour it up. That's gonna be, nah, I'll take the one with the crack in it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Even
I make poor decisions. Did you give me this one last time?
Even though the one,
No, I
even
don't
though
know.
the one with the crack is mine, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
And I'll say that I got it. This was my
Guys.
glass anyway, so it's okay. It's okay. I cracked my own glass and I can use it.
Yeah.
You cracked your own, you said?
Yeah.
Wow, you're using candy, bro.
Yo, what you doing, bro?
Spilled it
Making a
everywhere.
whole mess, bro.
Stop. I did a little bit right there. Y'all wildin'.
Wildin' out.
Anyway, cheers
Anyway.
to me and my homies.
Cheers.
Cheers to
Cheers.
us making
Successful.
poor decisions. Just kidding. Making all of the best decisions.
Hell yeah.
Cheers, y'all.
Always.
That's good, but I have a cut in my mouth, so that just straight burned.
It's good, but it's a little too sweet for me.
Really?
Yeah, I like something a little bit more acidic.
I like this.
Like it's borderline.
Yeah, I would say borderline.
It's like it's passable, but it's borderline. Yeah.
I would say so.
I don't know, I'm a fan of that one. It has the right amount of acidity for me.
Yeah.
I don't know, you like it a little more, just a hint more?
It's just a little too semi-dry. Like it's just a little
Wow.
too sweet. Like it has so much residual sugar. Like it feels almost kind of thick.
Like, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like honey, or like really like warm honey, like liquefied honey. If you will.
It is really crispy.
Or like agave a little
I was
bit.
about to say
Yeah,
like
agave,
more
better.
a little lighter. Like agave. But yeah. Boom, that was the drink.
But it's good though, Moscato.
Y'all fucking with it? Yeah,
Okay, I like it.
y'all.
Oh
I can do
yeah.
it. See, I can get jiggy with it.
Yeah,
I'm getting jiggy with it.
112, feel me? So,
Oh Lord.
anyway, so let's get into weekends, guys. How was everybody's weekend going? Let's start off with you, Tarik. You had a jam-packed weekend, didn't you?
Man, it's been a crazy weekend. First of all, since we've been going, we didn't have last week's episode. I guess we kind of have to take it back just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I know that.
Just a little bit. So this Sunday I had Young Nas on, and I made birria quesadillas for the show.
That shit was busting.
What? Damn, and I missed that shit.
Nah, that shit was busting.
Damn.
I ate it like 2 days later, but it was still busting.
Damn. You always make the good stuff to read when I'm not there.
I make the good stuff when you are there.
You make all the good stuff.
I make always the good stuff.
Nah, that shit sounds bomb though.
Yeah, it did come out really good. I'm trying to think what else I really. Since the school class has been done and stuff like that, I mean, I've just been Ubering, kind of getting gigs together, you know, getting invoices done, just kind of working. We have Mother's Day coming up this Sunday, so you know, we just kind of getting everything ready to go, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But one big thing did actually happen this week. I actually signed up to be an extra. Well, I signed up for a modeling and acting agency. So.
Okay. Fuck yeah, dude. That's
Talk
fucking
your
awesome.
shit.
So, well, and also I've been going to the gym and stuff like that in the mornings.
Okay.
Okay,
So
Freaky on his.
Steven Jr. getting right. Stop playing.
On his
You know what I'm
summertime fine shit.
DBJ.
I'm trying to be in the yams in Miami looking crazy.
This nigga just wants to be down there with a open shirt.
I'm trying to be no shirt.
No,
No
open
shirt
shirt.
on.
He's an open shirt type nigga, bro.
I
Yeah.
am. No, you're right. I am.
He's an
It's
open
okay.
shirt type nigga.
I'm trying to be that.
He ain't gonna be fully shirt off.
I'm trying to be that.
Unless we get him
Just
off the
a couple
Henny.
buttons.
Unless you off the Henny
Off the
shirt
Henny,
or
he'll
some
just be
dude
like,
said,
take
you
that
probably
shit
gonna
off.
take that shit off.
Nah, if we go out to Casamigos at like 9 o'clock at night or something, I'm gonna be in the middle of the pit.
Nigga, what you mean? 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh
Try
my
that.
Nah.
Try 9 o'clock in the morning.
I would be dead. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? That's what we gonna be on.
I mean, we are, but I mean.
Hey, look, we're gonna be lit.
So lit. So lit. So lit.
I know.
Well, every day. Lean.
Lean.
Yeah.
Lean.
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 Yo.
No, so yeah, so we've been going to the gym and stuff like that. And then Dominguez, my dad's girl, was like, oh yeah, like she had her daughter in like Boston Casting and stuff. So she's like, oh yeah, Tarik, you should do it. I was like, all right. I just looked for it and I just filled
You
it
talking
out.
about that?
Yeah.
That was the one that said it to you?
No. Dominguez said it, but she
Dominguez.
has like Nyland like do stuff like that.
Oh no shit. Okay.
But she was like, yeah, Tarik, you should try like see if you can get it. So I was like, why not? Sure. I was like, I'll send it to you right after. So I literally like signed up for it. and I sent it to Drew and stuff, and then
Yeah, see, when you sent it to me, I thought it was for the Good Burger.
yeah,
That's what I'm looking for. I'm trying to get into Good Burger too.
They
I'm
coming
looking.
out with another one?
Yeah,
and
they're filming it in this month. No, next month, June. Start of
Where?
June in Rhode Island. Solely
Oh
in Rhode
wait, I
Island.
think you
It's
said
gonna be
that,
at
right?
the it's gonna be at the Friendlies that like I think that Friendlies closed down where it's not like Newport
Which
or something
Friday?
like that.
Oh shit, the one on Newport Ave?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
No way! Oh shit!
Um,
Yo, get me in!
I'm trying to
I need
be
one
extra.
to get in, Kayla. Like,
I'm trying to be an extra in Good Burger. Just all they gotta say is, "Hey, flip a patty." I'm like,
Get me in! Right? Get in!
yeah, it's an open casting call, so like anyone can get in.
Can you guys send me the link?
Yeah.
if we find the link, yes.
Oh, so y'all haven't found the link yet?
So
well,
so
go
let
ahead.
me like go through it. So
okay,
basically
sorry,
like.
okay, y'all.
So I didn't actually. It's not the first. It's not the first time. It's only the first one of the day we're back. So you know.
Yeah, something's going on.
That was a little sassy, wasn't it?
No, Zazzy.
I mean, you know.
You said that, I mean, you know.
No, so I signed up. I didn't sign up for Boston Casting. It was John Casablanca that I actually signed up for. It's basically another modeling and acting agency. Another they're like nationally like known and stuff like that. But it's basically the same thing like Boston Casting. They help you get gigs and stuff, modeling. Like they teach you everything.
Their agency, yeah.
Yeah. So it was like, oh yeah, like you can do an audition and stuff like that. I was like, okay, cool. She was like, oh, you know, what would you want to do? I was like, you know, acting. You know, kind of want to be an extra or be in like some commercials and stuff. You know, nothing crazy like that. And she was like, okay, you know, you'll have a call casting. You know, kind of go through everything. They'll like show you what to do, and you'll have a cold read, which basically they send you the script and you can just read the script from there. Like it's like memorizing. And she's like, you don't really have to memorize anything, whatever. So I was like, all right, cool. But I was like, yo, like, I'm gonna take this serious. So when she sent me the scripts, I basically kind of went through them and I was like, I'm gonna remember one. And then she was like, hey, like, if you want to, you can improv or use some props and stuff. So I was like, okay, bet. So let me see what I can do. So it was literally like just some like small like ad campaigns for like just like it was like Nike, Tabasco, Beats by Dre, iPhones, the Belvita breakfast biscuits. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like a bunch of those. So I was like, all right, cool. So I'm like kind of looking like, all right, I want to like add a prop. I want to do something. Like I want to show out a little bit, see what I can do. So ironically, I went with the iPhone. I went with the iPhone script.
The Android user uses
Exactly.
the iPhone.
Wow.
So now I have to sell it. So I'm like, okay, now I gotta really sell it. I gotta sell it to them to like prove like, all right, like this is normal.
Like
I gotta sell it to myself. Like I know, like I just use regular iPhone and stuff. So basically, you know, I get into the call and there's like a bunch of people. There's like talent scouts in there. There's a bunch of people like you know on the casting and stuff like that too and stuff.
Where was the location of the call?
It was on Zoom.
Oh, okay.
So I just set up the basement. I put the lights on and stuff like that. I put the green screen up just to kind of make it look cool and stuff. I try to do something different. You know what I'm saying?
You notice how our inventory of gear is slowly starting to
Growing?
build?
Yeah.
I like that shit.
So I was like, all right, let me kind of like make it work or whatever. So I grabbed Olivia's old iPhone, and I was like, all right, I'll use this as my prop or whatever. So they kind of went through like, oh, you know, John Casablanca, we do this and that. You know, we had these stars come through. Homeboy from Atlanta, that was Paperboy's boy.
Yeah.
He like worked with them and stuff like that.
You're talking about?
Look, it starts with an L.
Lakeith.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, he worked with them and stuff like that, and he's been in so many big things now. So it's like
He's
kind of
dirty. He's like, yo, he has range. When it comes to acting, that motherfucker has range.
So I'm like, and then they was like, oh yeah, someone got called for the new Kim Impossible. I was like, okay, cool. And then they said, I said, oh snap, that's my nigga right there. I was like,
Stanfield.
Yep.
Keith Stanfield.
Yep. I was hyped. I was like, hell yeah, yo. I was like, okay, word. So I'm like, all right, word. So they was like, all right, they broke us into like some rooms or whatever. So we did like the casting. And I go in there and I do it. So I was like, all right, like I played off like, all right, I'm on the phone talking to someone. I was like, oh, hold on. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just talking to a client. And I was like, oh, I'm just using my iPhone, this and that. I was like, oh, you know, I love my iPhone, you know, more than y'all, this and that. I was like, you know what? let me get back to my client. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Y'all know where you can find me at. And I was like, yo, get out of here and stuff like that. Like, I like literally played it off and stuff. So I was like,
What's that board? I'm dead.
it's just a mix and pop podcast. This is what we do over here.
It's just a conversation. Yeah.
It's a regular
Either
podcast.
join the conversation, listen, or you're good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on?
What up, gang? Gay shit, go lame shit, you feel
Someone
me?
really said bored.
Someone really commented bored with the face.
I'm dead.
Right, like, you should probably go look and see what our podcast is actually about before you say anything.
That's all good.
Anyway.
But yeah, so I did that, and she was like, "Oh, nice job and stuff." I was like, "Okay, thank you." So it was also like, we're gonna grade everyone on an A, B, and C grade basically. Like A is like, "Oh, you're ready. You can go on a casting call tomorrow. You're ready to go."
Mm-hmm.
B is like, "All right, like we can work with you, see what you can do and stuff like that." C is like, "We're not really gonna really come back. We're not really gonna kind of call you back or anything. You need a lot more work." So then I get the call from like the person I was talking to that like set everything up. She was like, "Hey, like we got a call back and stuff, so we can set something up." I was like, "All right, cool." So then I go on a call back where she was like, "So you got a B plus?" I was like, "Oh,
Okay.
snap." And she was like, they was like, "Yeah, like everyone actually really liked like your thing and stuff. You did a really good job." I was like, "Oh, snap, like this is dope." Like,
Talk your shit,
I'm about to
Ricky.
get
Talk
active.
your shit. Okay, give him a plus for that.
Dead ass.
Cause okay.
I'm like, "Oh, snap, okay, word." So then, so this is where it
I
kind
love
of.
this is his build up to the
Yeah,
story.
right.
The climax.
Yeah.
I love
This
how
this is where it kind of took the turn and it kind of sucked, but I'm gonna keep building on it basically. So she was like, "All right, so it's gonna be like a 3-year contract or whatever, non-exclusive. So if you want to go somewhere else, or whatever, if someone else wants to sign you can go right ahead." And she was like, "It's a 6-month training program. So basically, in the 6 months, it's 1 class a week, and we would like teach you like modeling stuff, like how to walk in a runway, acting things, teleprompter stuff." So she was like, "You've been saying you want to do commercial stuff or extra stuff. Teleprompter is gonna be really big." I'm like, "All right, word. Like, we can do some of this." But then she kind of hit and told me the price of it. But the price was basically for the training classes, and I was like, that's a lot. And I was like, it's kind of not worth it at the moment because there's already a lot going on with the business and other things and stuff, especially with us doing podcasts. There's a lot of other things that I'm already putting, money and financial stuff into. So I'm like, unfortunately, I can't do it. She was like, if you ever want to, you can just always hit us up. But sometimes it might not be a spot, so you may have to reapply. So it kind of sucks.
See, and those there's a difference because there's like those ones that you joined, and then there's the ones like I actually have where you can go in and like talk to an agent and like they actually assess you in person and shit like that. They don't charge you anything. They're like, "Yo, like we're actually genuinely interested in you. We want to sign you. You have the look," and they give you gigs. You know what I mean? And you make your money, and they get their cut. That's really how it should go.
Right.
But like that thing, like. It's kind of sketch, like you.
It's kind of
it's like
gives you like scam vibes.
Because it's like, alright, you guys are saying all this stuff and like gassing me up and shit, and now all of a sudden you hit me with the 2 G's I have, like it's
right.
a requirement.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, like what are you doing?
It kind of sucks, but it's like I can understand it from their point because alright, like I only pay for the training classes or whatever. After the 6 months. They said they do all the work basically. Like they send me on gigs. I get headshots. I do this. I get that. Like it's like, "Yo, like you mind traveling? But we can send you to New York, LA. We can send you overseas and stuff like that." Like, so like there's mad things that they definitely do for it. So I understand it.
Yeah, because they want you to be more of a well-rounded individual, more well-rounded professional, especially if you're representing their brand.
Exactly.
It's like they almost need that for their own security on you.
Exactly.
At the end of the day.
So yeah, I mean, it kind of sucked, but I mean, again, I was like, you know what, I am going to, look into it more, I'm gonna try to look for the Boston casting one just to see, because I heard that one.
Have?
What?
No. What's the company you're under, Drew?
I'm under WSM Talent and Iconic Management.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna look into the Boston casting one because I heard that one doesn't really charge, and I'm gonna try to look for the Good Burger one to try to get some extra. Honestly, I just want to be an extra.
But that's the thing, like that's how a lot of actors got their fucking spots where
Right.
they are now. They
Yeah.
start off as extras. Like,
And then they
Denzel
meet
Washington
the right
as an
people.
extra, like
Mhm.
Samuel L. Jackson, extra, like all these
Yeah.
motherfuckers that we look up to and think that are cool, like
Yup.
are fucking extras started off as this.
Exactly. So I mean,
Gotta
it's
start somewhere, you know.
yeah. I was kind of bummed out in the moment, but you know it's all good. I am gonna keep trying to do it. I'll see what it takes.
Nah, but
Of course,
definitely,
you got to, man.
definitely that Boston casting, take advantage of that shit because it is like a little fee. It's like I think it's like 80 beans or some shit like that, but it gives you total access to be able to like upload your photos and all that shit and like get any gig that pops up. So like once you actually like get the membership and everything like that, that's what I was planning on doing. Is then I would go into the Good Burger shit. But Boston casting, the reason I'm saying that is because I knew two girls when I worked at the Quinn, like I said last week. Well, the last time we had a podcast, and they got casted in this movie that is about to come out about what's his name, the artist that we always rock in, Basquiat.
Oh yeah.
It's about Basquiat and Andy Warhol and their like relationship or whatever. But these two girls, they were like, "Yo, we called out of work. We're going to do this casting, bro." They literally, I saw it on Snapchat. They literally got fed. They literally got everything, bro. Like, and I'm like, damn, bro. Like, they chilling out there and they just sitting there in the wardrobe, like waiting for their filming time and everything like that. I'm like, see, that's the life, bro.
Right.
Like that's what I want to do, bro. Like I literally
paid
just
just
want to
to
just chill, bro. Like be in the
Yeah.
trailer, and then when it's time for me to shoot, call me, bro. Like,
Right. Do your fucking job and do that shit right.
Exactly. We do have some people popping in the chats as well.
Yeah.
Someone saying,
What's going on, y'all?
someone saying sending love, sending light energies that bring comfort for the heart and soul. We appreciate that.
Thank
Regis
you.
popped in the chat. Jocelyn's in the chat. Blessings in the chat. What's up, Blessing?
Hey,
Rigo's in the
everybody.
chat. What's going on? Look,
Got a whole crew coming through
Exactly,
today. We
exactly.
appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here.
but yeah, I mean, honestly, you know, that's been my like 2 weeks or whatever. You know, working, call castings, and you know what? Look, Mother's Day, basically. You know, we're
Yes.
working on Mother's Day. Make sure you guys get your tickets for Mother's Day. www.cheftree.com. So make sure you guys get your tickets for Mother's Day. But that's my week. You know,
That was your weekend. Your week,
my weeks. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think you should go first because Keyla got to tell us about her event.
I feel like mine.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
feel like mine almost kind of goes into my topic as well. So we didn't even go over our lineup today.
you didn't have to say that out loud. We could have just freeballed it. Like, damn. Like,
I mean, it's your turn.
He does that anyway, so
Right,
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
but like when it's his
but, like-
turn to mediate, then like it's okay that we don't have. But any other day, he would either come at you or me like, what was lineup? Why haven't we gone through lineup?
This is
Da, da, da,
very
da.
true. This is very
because
true.
I'm making sure that you two keep professionalism.
Yeah, okay.
That is what
Okay,
we were
thanks.
taught.
Nerd.
Alright.
In professionalism and personal business,
Yeah,
that shit was lit.
yeah.
And that's what they taught us. Always
Shit was
keep your
lit
peers
city.
on their toes, you feel me? Like, and I was like, you know what? When my professor told me that, I was like, you know what? That is some real shit that you're preaching right now, and I'm
Yeah.
always uphold my peers to be on their
Oh.
toes.
Uphold my peers, but not himself.
You can turn down the 1, 2, 3. I can plug it in.
Yo, he really got the menage a trois legs on.
The menage a trois.
Look at the red light district in here.
Yo, pull me up. Pull me up. What?
Drew,
Yo,
put me up,
pull me up.
But
Pull me up.
yeah. So anyway, my weekend actually it was my girlfriend's birthday.
Hey,
Shout out to Kiana.
shout out to
Birthday,
Kiana.
Kiana.
Happy birthday, lovely
Oh
lady.
snap! You know what else we did this week?
What? We went to the club.
Yeah.
I was about to say that.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
yeah,
go
but
ahead,
look,
go ahead.
alright. Tell me about it, y'all, because I wasn't there, so.
yeah, you dead ass weren't there.
I wasn't
You
there.
missed the whole weekend.
Hey, I was busy
Yo,
working.
boo around with the bill.
I'm out here working, y'all. I'm out here working and doing the motherfucking
That's
thing.
the blue button, right?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm good. I totally guessed that shit.
I'm good.
What's the one next to the blue button?
Rum shots. That's
Rum
the
shot.
Oh yeah. All right. So anyway, we went to the club, right? And we started off at Pure Lounge. That's what it was, right? It was lit. You know, I had my Selena shirt on. That shit was clean.
That was a
mad
nice shirt.
compliments. Thank you.
That was a nice shirt.
Yeah.
Like that one.
You missed my shirt.
I
bro.
did miss
Like,
your shirt. Did
I
you
was
take
about
any
to say,
flicks?
I was about to be out there. No, I didn't.
Damn, you fucked up.
That's one thing I gotta start doing, just taking like personal flicks.
I feel that.
It's like I'm never taking flicks unless a nigga behind the camera, like feel me, like I don't.
Okay.
Anyway.
Anyway.
So
It was Young
So-
Nas. It was Young Nas.
Yeah.
DJ Young Nas debut at Pure Lounge DJing with JP the DJ. Shout out to JP for getting him that gig as well. That was really good of him too. But he did his thing. Continue.
Oh, continue now?
Yeah.
Oh, after you cut me off,
Yeah.
fucking guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we went to Pure Lounge. Shout out Nas. It was his premiere night, you know. Shout out to JP too, you know, he hooked it up. So like, shout out everybody that was involved, you know, who came through, Can, and Jocelyn. Jocelyn was in the cut. She was smoking a hookah, feel me,
In the
like.
cut.
Jocelyn was
Jocelyn
good.
always
Jocelyn
with
was
the
lit at the
hookah.
hookah.
Jocelyn
But yeah,
always with the hookah.
It was a good time, and then we left and went to Tarik's favorite lounge, Lit
Yeah.
Lounge,
Lit Lounge.
and
You ended up going there still?
yeah, we ended up going and we saw Tarik and Braden, that Michael Rainey Jr. and Gianni Paolo or whatever. It was
They
his
were there.
birthday. Yeah, it was his birthday. He's a famous actor. He's from Providence, Rhode Island, so he was celebrating it in Providence and just happened to throw his birthday party at Lit Lounge.
Nice.
Everybody pulled up who watches the show, obviously, and it was kind of lame as fuck. It was lame
Yeah,
as
it would be.
fuck,
Yeah.
bro.
You know it would be.
No fucking bullshit. I cannot fucking like fathom the hype that was around these people that we just watch on television, like. And it made sense to me when we're all standing in line and people are fucking pushing to try to get in, right? And then like the security guard said, y'all doing all this for a motherfucker that's on TV.
Right.
He's not even in there singing, he ain't rapping, he just in there and y'all are going ape shit right now.
Right.
He said, couldn't be me. And I was like, and I thought about it and I'm like, damn, like,
That's facts.
nigga paid like $100 for these tickets, bro.
Oh,
Like, just to
damn.
go in the club, bro. And then once at the door, like, people that, he was like, yo, you don't have your ticket, like, it's 80 at the door. And now, you know, a bunch of groupies were going crazy. They're like, what the fuck, 80? Like, nah, let us in, da-da-da-da.
Right.
So it was crazy because it was me, Anthony, and Frank, and Kiana, right? So we're all sitting there chatting it up at the beginning of the line and shit. And then Frank starts talking to the security guard. Then some dude comes out that brought in the celebrities, right? And he goes, yeah, club's closed. So we're all like, yo, like, fuck that shit. We paid money to get in, bro. Like,
Right.
you're wilding out. Like, what the
Uh-huh.
fuck? So then Frank goes up to the guy, some lady comes out, right? And he's like, yo, like, I need to talk to the manager, da-da-da-da. And, like, he starts talking to her, whatever, and then she walks off. And then he comes up to us and he was like, yo, that was the manager right there. And she was like, she's about to let us in. So I'm like, word? Like, we was all keeping it a secret now, like. So Shorty literally opens up the door, right? And like she points at Anthony and she points at Frank, right? And then they get brought in. And then everybody starts pushing because they see they're getting brought in, right? So then Frank turns around and he's like, yo, that tall guy and hit the girl in front of him, like those two too. And then they brought us in and now everybody's tight, bro. Like everybody that we're being friends with in
Yeah.
there, tight. They hate us now.
Right.
I didn't even so much as look behind me, bro. Like I
Right.
literally just let that shit close. I was like, damn.
Just keep walking, keep walking.
Literally.
Keep walking.
And I was just like, clutch. We got in. Alright, word. We go in, bro. Everybody's just swarming the stage. Like, there's a bunch of just girls on stage twerking and shit like that. The guy is just like sitting on the couch and shit, just chilling. Like, and like, it's cool to see him like in person, I guess. Like, it's like, damn, I see you on my TV, but now you're like 10 feet in front of me. That's
Right.
pretty lit. But
Like, you're right there.
other than that, like, you're an actor. Like, even though we love acting, like, we want to be
Yeah.
actors and shit, but like, it's like, the hype isn't all that.
Yeah.
See, when it was like, oh yeah, when I first seen tickets, it was like $40 to get in. I'm like, I'm not paying $40. First of all, what I paid for Lit Lounge on my birthday? What, 2025?
I think 25. Or
Exactly.
I think it was less for females.
Exactly. So then
I
it's
think
like
I paid like 20 maybe. Like 15, 20.
Exactly.
That was a horrible night.
it wasn't horrible.
It wasn't
was just-
horrible.
it was a horrible experience because of that.
Yeah,
They ruined-
yeah.
They tried to ruin
Just
my birthday,
that
but then
part
niggas.
specifically could have gone just so much better.
Exactly.
It's
But
about a black.
I started to. But again, I'm like, all right, I'm not paying $40 to see them. First of all, I don't watch the show, so I'm definitely not doing it. And then Anthony's like, yo, that's a good opportunity. He's like, yo, you talk to him, like, yo, you can really. And I'm like, I get that, and that's definitely like, if y'all gonna go, definitely go and try to do y'all best to get in there and talk to him. But I'm like, what's the odds y'all actually really talking to him?
So
What's the odds y'all actually get?
I was gonna ask you that too. I'm like, did you even talk to him? Because I feel like that's what I would want to do. Like, I mean, if I'm paying to go see somebody, yeah, I want to have an interaction with you.
So y'all didn't let me finish the story.
Go ahead, finish the story.
Alright, so I'm about to finish the story.
Dang.
Anyway, so we get in there, right? Everybody's standing around the stage, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. So me and Anthony, we're sitting there talking. He's like, yo, we gotta finesse our way on stage. Alright, cool. He goes off into the crowd, like, I go off with Kiana, and she's taking pictures and shit. Then I lose her. Then I'm by myself in the crowd, right? So I'm like, alright, word. So like, literally, I'm chilling, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I'm just like, fuck it. Like, yeah, she's having fun. She met other girls and whatever, cool.
Yeah.
You do your thing. Throwing ass on each other, whatever, cool. Anyway, what's it called? So I'm sitting there just randomly, just standing there, and everybody's just bobbing to the music and shit. And there's this dude next to me, and he had dreads, and I'm starting to like talk to him and shit. And we're just talking and everything, and then his boys come up, and then I find Frank and Anthony, they come up, and then all of a sudden, like, this nigga, they're like, somebody puts on the announcement, the DJ goes, yo, like, we got such and such coming on stage to perform, he paid like $500, da da da. Come to find out, it was the kid that I was talking to the whole time, right?
Oh shit.
So then he goes, yo, like,
with the dreads?
he was like, yo, come on stage. He was just like, yo, come up. So I'm like, fuck it. Like, meanwhile, Kiana is like scheming with her little friends in the crowd, like trying to get onto the stage. So like, I got on stage and I'm standing there and I'm just like looking and shit. And I looked down at Kiana and she's like,
she's like, you didn't bring me on stage.
And then I asked her. She was just like, I was like, what did you say when you first saw me on stage? She was like, yo, I was looking and I was like, yo, that looks like what the fuck? Is that my boyfriend on stage? And then all the girls were like, yo, like, see if he could get us up there. So I literally like grabbed her and got her up, and then her friends came up and shit. So we're like inching our way, right? And Anthony's like closer than me. So I was just like, alright, I'm about to just straight step through and like go up to this nigga and be like, yo, Mike, like, happy birthday, bro, da 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 da. Like, act like I know this nigga, bro. Bro, as soon as I take my first step, bro, security comes up and goes, yo, what you doing? And I was like, nothing, I was just about to go over here. He was just like, nah, bro, you gotta get off the stage. I said, what? He was like, yeah, you gotta get off the stage. This motherfucker starts clearing half the stage off, right? So he clears Anthony, he clears Frank off, right? So we're all sitting down on stage and shit, but niggas are still feeding to get back on the stage. So at this point, I'm just like, yo, security already eyeing me, bro. Like, I'm taller than all these motherfuckers, so he can obviously point me out of the crowd. So I was just like, yo, Anthony probably has it with Frank. So they got back up on stage by talking to some drunk dude and shit like that. I end up dipping, and then I came the next day to Tarik's show, and then that's when Anthony told me that he actually got on stage and talked to Michael and Gianni, right, and Gianni's dad, and pretty much just gave me advice, like what to do, like just keep going to castings, like get your face out there, and like just always like keep just going, you know what I mean? You never know where the road will lead you, so just keep going with it. And it's just like, I don't know. I feel like celebrities get bombarded by people that always want like handouts all the time, you feel me? And it's not like, I don't think that Anthony or anybody was asking for a handout. Like, he actually truly got the advice and things that he was looking for. But like, there's so many people out there that just like expect somebody because they're rich and famous to be like, all right, like now that I'm rich and famous, like I can put you on, you feel me?
Right,
like, and it doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? You actually gotta like put in the work. Like these people that we see nowadays, like we see the glitz and glam part of it, but we don't see their backstory.
People, exactly. They're still real people going through some real fucking shit sometimes, and
it's the price for fame too, because it's like, yo, like this kid, he's been on TV since he was a kid on Power, like he's grown up and like everybody knows him, so it's not like people don't know him. Everybody knows him. It's like everyone wants to be on, and it's like, again, it's like for us, it's like, okay, like what if that's us and we're in that situation? Now it's like everyone we know, yo. It's like you can't always do that for people. And I feel like sometimes people try to take advantage of that. Like, yo, remember when I did this thing? It's like, bro, that's not what we're here for.
Nah, but shout out to Anthony. He's forever voted for that. For real.
Awesome.
That nigga
I'm
is
pretty
forever
sure
gold.
he had an amazing conversation with him, cause like even just having him on the show the last time, you
Hell
know what I
yeah.
mean, in the conversation
He's
that we
mad
had,
chill.
yeah, like that was fucking. He was there for a mission. He was
Yeah.
there on a mission. He was there like for something, and he got that shit. That's
He was
fucking
telling me
awesome.
too before
Yeah.
we would like pulled up. He was telling me his game plan, and I was like, "Yo, he's on it for real."
Yeah, yeah, and that's how you get shit done, honestly.
No
Like,
cap.
You gotta
Yeah.
complete the side quest.
yup.
Because the side quest leads to the main quest for real.
Exactly. It's just the little things, the little hurdles that you have to get over, so that you can continue on the path to get to that bigger goal.
Exactly.
I think we all should be good burger, no bullshit.
We should be.
No cap.
Like even if
I'm trying to get the fryer flipping the burger.
Dead ass.
They're like, alright, you stay here, flip the burger. I'm like, yes, chef. I'm already trained for this. I know how to do this. I got this.
Sorry.
I can't wait to see like how they redo that friendly so
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
it's gonna be crazy.
Right.
But yeah, Kayla, get into your weekend. Let's hear
man.
about it.
Let's get into it. Let's
Okay.
actually hear about
Let
it.
me know when to hit the sparkles too when you're falling into your top.
Okay. Wow, my weekend. I mean, the last 2 weeks. I haven't seen you guys in 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks have been absolutely insane. The first week that we didn't see each other, I was in Boston for 2 days, doing the CEO intensive course by these two guys under their brand. It's called BCB Mastermind, so Black Cannabis Business Mastermind. So they're basically putting on the 6-week intensive course to, train you and just give you the resources and create a network of peers who are also people of color in cannabis, like, all for a common goal and just being very successful, but also being very knowledgeable, being humble, like just continuing to want to just share our passions and grow for the greater good. So I did that. I was in Boston that Thursday and Friday. Absolutely amazing. Met some really fucking amazing people. Got some incredible connections. From there, I've honestly just been on go, guys. Lots of meetings, meeting a lot of new people, doing a bunch of events with Canon Management as well. I catered another event for them last week, which went amazing. And I actually co-hosted my first event ever. I did a CBD infused tapas brunch with my amazing friend Zara and her brand Crave Infused, and we collaborated with a chef based out of Boston. His name is Nick Escoto, and his company is called Kitchen, spelled K-I-T-H-C-E-N. That shit was absolutely amazing. Just the way that everything flowed. Like, mind you, Zara and I had been preparing for this event. We started really focusing on brainstorming like the second week of January. We got right to work once we got, past those first initial details. And we, seeked out venues, we made a timeline, we reached out to all of the people that we needed on our team, we got sponsors, we raffled off so many items. I think we ended up raffling off maybe like 12 or 13 items, which is amazing. We had about 30 guests come through, which was honestly the perfect amount of people for the space that we had. The space in total seated 43. They also had a little outside area, like outside patio area, where we actually had 3 vendors set up. The DJ was like right at the door, so and they had like a stereo system throughout the inside and outside, and it was just awesome vibes. Everybody, I feel like, definitely benefited from being there. Like, they got some really cool connections. They were able to purchase some really amazing products made by local vendors and local small businesses. And it was just, I feel like, for the first event, obviously there's always going to be things that you learn and that you continue to grow on, but it was just, I'm so blessed. I feel like I've been asking the universe for such a long time now to align me and put, the right people in my life that need to be there to help continue to guide me right on this proper path, if you will. And I'm finally starting to see all of these people just kind of dropping into those places, that they need to fill in my life, and being able to be that support for me. And so that shit was it was amazing to be able to go through that and experience it, because obviously, working as a professional in the hospitality industry, I've only ever done this for other people. But it just sucks sometimes, especially with some bigger companies, where your work is not valued. You know what I mean? It's like you don't you're not getting that like emotional and spiritual and like mental reward. Like sometimes not even physical either. Like sometimes like these companies are not paying us enough for what we're truly bringing to the table, especially if we're going above and beyond what our job description entails, you know. But it just feels awesome to finally do something for myself and do something where I can also help empower other people, because that's such a goal for me in life. Like that is literally what I am here for, is obviously to like be my best self, but be that so that I can help others. And yeah, it's been a lot, honestly. It's been a lot, honestly, a lot of emotions going through everything as well, just because it's happening so fast. Like it's honestly very overwhelming and very overstimulating. It's like a lot to take in at once and kind of keep a grasp on and organize properly and be on top of it. Like I find myself beating myself up sometimes because I haven't gotten certain things done, but at the same time it's like, all right, like I'm okay, you know what I mean? Like life happens or whatever, like I'm still gonna get this shit done regardless.
Yeah. Kayla, now does it after the event and you like actually got to sit down? Was it like a sigh of relief? Like
Definitely.
I actually did put an event on for myself. Like you just said, like you do events for other people. It's like sometimes it's not worth it, or it's like these companies like really don't appreciate you, and it's like you finally do it for yourself.
Even beyond that, it's like, all right, with another company, I'm just an employee, so I'm filling one role, you know what I mean? Where it's like when you're putting on an event for yourself, you are literally filling every single role. Like, I literally had to tell this to my mom too, because she got a little frustrated with me at the end because she was trying to leave, and I'm like, Mom, I can't leave yet. I'm like, I'm the first one here, and I also have to be the last one to leave. Like, this is my event. It takes so much more when I'm doing this for myself, and I have to feel like I just said every single position and make sure everything is down, like all set before I can, you know, continue and keep it pushing.
You know what I genuinely love about that though, about you like starting that whole thing? It's the mere fact that you just had an idea.
Right.
And you brought that shit to life.
Yes.
And like to see that shit, just the process, and like to actually like live through that process and bring that shit to life and like see it succeed, you know what I mean? And obviously it obviously happened, and now it's given off more seeds for you to do other things, like you said, ideas and shit that you got from that one event that you already ran. Like now you can see where you can use improvement, or where you can do different things, and like what kind of different foods you can infuse, or what different things you can do with the menu, and it's like crazy. Like I just love that.
You can collaborate with.
That's what I'm saying. The connects you make,
exactly.
like the people you meet, the relationships you make. Like it's just it's cool. Like that's what it's really all about.
And you know, exactly, like it's awesome because we're actually putting in the work behind it, you know. Like there's a lot of talk to it, but you have to put in the work. Like there's no way that the shit is just gonna get handed to you, or it's just gonna drop out of the sky. Like you have to put yourself out there, and a lot of that is like overcoming being uncomfortable in certain situations, or like making sure that you are forcing yourself to step outside of the box, to think differently, to challenge yourself, to be able to open yourself up more and be susceptible to different ideas that in the long run might even be better than what your initial idea or your initial like plan was to do whatever it is. So it's just like always having that positive mindset in regards to what the outcome can look like, because at the end of the day, outcomes can look a lot of different ways. And so being able to like reflect on all of that, honestly, it's been a lot. It's been so much. I've been having meetings on meetings. I've been traveling to Massachusetts a lot more as well. Yesterday I was in Lawrence I had a meeting with a couple of guys. I mentioned them to you guys last time. I met them about 2, maybe going on 3 weeks ago now at one of the canon management events that I worked at. They also have a podcast called Flavors 420 where they review strains. And they're trying to grow their team. They're trying to have different segments on there, just bring in different areas of creativity, if you will. Food, an artist, you know what I mean, like music. They're trying to do like sports events and stuff, and just get into just doing more of that in Massachusetts. And I actually invited 2 of them to the brunch on Sunday, one of them is actually fully vegan. And so I was just like, dude, like when we initially met, I was like, dude, this is like right up your alley. I was like, you should like look it, like we would love to have you there, whatever. And then I hit him up and I was like, yo, bro, like, would you like to come through? Like, I would absolutely love to like comp you a ticket and like just have you come through. He does like videography and photography too. I'm like, bring a camera if you see something like you want to take a couple shots or whatever. Like, you're more than welcome to. Like, I want you to be there, you know, to obviously experience the vibes, to get some more connections, especially in Rhode Island, you know, and be able to get to that outreach as well, and then just kind of see what I'm doing as well, you know, like you're interested in kind of collaborating with me on something, like I can help him now that I put on my own event, and that's something that he's trying to do, or their team is trying to do, and I'm just like, there's a lot of, you know, it's not all just like give, or take,
Exactly.
like, you know, you have to be willing to work with people and compromise certain things to be able to just continue to grow, because that's really, like you just said, the only way, like, is that collaboration, and yeah, it's just fucking awesome, honestly. Being able to actually do it, like I said, I've been talking about it for so long. I mean, you guys have been here with me through the whole entire even when I first started Chronicles, like doing the pop-ups for you, Tarik, you know what I mean? That was me like stepping outside of my box and trying to reach a little bit more in regards to my connection or my affinity between food, hospitality, and cannabis. And starting to create the loud session events that we did last year too. You know, I've had these ladies hit me up, you know, trying to like well, just to do like more things. They're getting back on it and stuff. And so I know they have like a few events that they've got in the works for the summertime, and it's just really awesome. It's yeah, it's been a lot, guys, a lot going on, but I asked for it. You know, I asked for it and it's happening, and like I have to keep going. I did, and it's here. I'm living it, and I just have to keep going. Literally, I just have to keep going because there's no other way.
Kayla, you are officially your own boss.
I am.
You just put on your first official event. You're officially your own boss.
Yeah.
Now you know exactly how to make the next one better. You know exactly how to do the next one. Like, yo, you guys see me do it like 2 years. Like, he's doing these events. Like, yo, like you said, you gotta be the first one and the last one to leave. Like, yo, you seen the Thanksgiving events. Yo, I gotta be the first one there to make sure everything's set up. I gotta be the last one to clean up. Mother's Day, I got 6 a.m. I gotta be in the kitchen making sure things are right. Drew, you seen it. Yo, pulling up 7 a.m. Yo, pack the car. We gotta go. Yo, do this event. Like, you got like, you just did it.
Yep.
So it's like again, like. Now, like, you are there now. So now it's like, all right, the next one.
Right.
How are we gonna get bigger? Yo, literally, even for this Mother's Day event, like, I like got vendors, but they actually hit me up to be vendors. So
yo,
it's
that's
like,
crazy, yeah, because one of the vendors that I had at my event, she hit me up from the beginning. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but on Instagram, maybe around like end of February, I put up a couple of polls that asked like a few like questions in regards to what people would want to see for like a cannabis event, like a food event type, like, and she hit me up and she was like, hey, like, I'm really interested in like vending, like, let me know when you guys got some more information. At this point, we were really just in the beginning stages of planning out the logistics of everything, but you know, like, we hit her up a couple weeks ago and we were like, hey girl, like, we're ready to accept some vendors, like, let us, this is all the information, let us know like if you need anything else. And she was on board right away. Amazing. It was absolutely amazing. It was like such a pleasure to have her there and be able to meet her and stuff, just because, like, you know, it's a whole vibe, like literally a whole vibe that we're creating, a whole community of people who are, you know, like, they just understand each other, they're able to connect on this deeper level, and they get it, like life, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, yeah, but yeah, that was basically like a recap on my last 2 weeks. I feel like those were like the major things that have happened. There's been a lot in the in-between. I mean, just real life shit. I mean, like the other day when I sent you guys the fucking snap of my fucking ceiling fucked up. I'm working on that right now. I was outside earlier cutting the grass. Mind you, the last 2 days I've been running around, like running errands with like City Hall, making calls to like the public works, trying to figure out to get a dumpster, to hire a contractor, to like fucking get the roof done. Like, I was literally on the roof of my crib like a couple weeks ago, like just chilling on top of there. I was scared as shit walking up there. I'm like, I'm not trying to roll off right now. No, but I mean, you have to. Ain't nobody else gonna do it but me. I mean, like, me and my mom, you know what I mean? And like, it's just like, yes.
Your mom going up there.
Hell no, exactly. I gotta do that shit for her, exactly. So, I mean, yeah, just real life shit going on, trying to figure all of that out. What else has been going on? What else happened in my weekend? I mean,
You reminded me that I have a fashion show this weekend.
I did, which I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to go now
Bro,
because I have to like they're gonna be doing the roof construction on Saturday,
Yeah.
and I have to be there.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
Bro,
Yeah.
he said that Sunday. I was like, he said that yesterday. I was like, wait, that's
Right,
this week?
because I called him and he didn't answer, and then I texted him because I had it written down on my calendar, and I'm like, yo, bro, your show's this week? Question mark. I'm like, please confirm with me, cause like so I can get my ticket. But then like, yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, he was
really?
dead. Like, oh shit, you're right. I do have a show.
Bro, I could have sworn that shit was like the weekend after Mother's Day.
Oh,
and I
man.
was just like, damn, like, alright, word.
Yeah.
Like, I'll do Mother's Day this weekend and then I can do that.
And then you're doing, yeah.
That's crazy.
I know. But yeah, guys, so I mean, that was basically like a run through of my weekend. Just a lot of things happening. I mean, if you want to give me my sparkles, I'll go right into my topic because it basically goes hand in hand where I just wanted to talk about like self-love and self-care and being able to provide that for ourselves, like what that means to us.
Did
And
you hit that already?
Yeah.
Okay, look at you.
The
You're
long-
fast.
Didn't you see it?
oh, I didn't
I
say
was
it.
like,
Can you
wait.
hit it for me again though?
You
Tease.
get better. You get better. What you been practicing?
What you been practicing?
Get the point.
I'm fucking done. I can't. But yeah, so I mean, just goes hand in hand. You know what I mean? And I think the most important thing with being successful, with just being a decent human being, right? Because I mean, we all have our faults, and that's given. Like, there's people always have different opinions on things. Like, you're never like, there's definitely gonna be moments where you disagree on certain things with certain people. That's given. Everybody has the right to their own ideas, their own thoughts. But I think ultimately you are still able to live successfully and positively, even, you know, knowing that, like just being conscious of that. And I think that all of that stems from just truly understanding yourself and loving yourself first. Because like they always say when you get in an airplane and they're going through all of the safety precautions and stuff, you always gotta make sure you put on your oxygen mask first before you put on anybody else's. Because if you're not okay, how do you expect to be okay for anybody else? How can you be a crutch for anybody else if you're the broken foot or the broken leg? And it's just like, people don't realize that, or I feel like maybe even sometimes it's just like life be happening so fast, and it's like you almost have to be that. But it gets to a point where you know, within yourself have to be like, okay, what is too much? What is the line? Just create that boundary between, like within yourself, between what is enough and like what's lacking, right? Again, that give, but then also that take. Like there's a balance between that. I think it bubbles down to balance within ourselves, and again, finding that balance of self-love within us. So I wanted to ask you guys, how do you guys express self-love for yourselves, or how do you, like the concept of self-love within yourself, like what are your thoughts about it, kind of how do you practice that, how do you express that, just yeah, wondering what your thoughts are on.
So, I mean, I feel like now I haven't practiced as much because I'm just like, I gotta get things going and stuff. I have to like make sure I'm on go all the time and stuff. But I think when I was on an externship, I would be like, alright, like if I got a day off or if I had work early, I was home at night and stuff like that, and I was chilling, I'd be like, yo, treat yourself. Like, yo, I'll buy a box of pizza. Like, yo, treat myself. Like,
And you're supposed to be ordering pizza, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah.
of that. But no, well, like honestly, just treating yourself. Like, yo, like you want to put in some work. Like, you know, get yourself something.
I
Like,
think you're gonna box himself.
I don't think I'm gonna box myself. I just want a slice. That's all. That's all. Just a slice. But I mean, honestly, yo, just treating yourself. You know, treat yourself to a spa day, or yo, let me go get a drink. You know, I deserve one. You know, hey, let me get some shoes. Let me buy some food for myself. Like, you know, I'm always doing that for other people or something like that. Yo, why don't I do it for myself? You know what I'm saying? Like, let me take a day to just do me. You know, I feel like that's something that's very important for everyone. So.
Okay.
Self-care, hygiene.
How does that taste though first?
I like it.
Delicious.
There's no lavender. This peppermint.
A little bit of lavender.
A little
I
bit.
couldn't
of
find
lavender.
my peppermint.
Yeah, this shit is clean.
I wanted to
Shit is
do it,
burning
but I
smooth.
honestly, I like that I did the lavender instead of the peppermint. I'm curious. I mean, I still have a little bit. I'll let you know how it tastes with person.
This is fresher than like spearmint gum and a fresh glass of orange juice.
Oh God.
That's fresh.
That's fresh.
That's a nasty ass taste.
Oh my
But
God.
anyway, self care,
Self-love.
self love, hygiene. Boom. I like taking care of myself. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
cutting your nails. Like that was one big thing. Like you would never catch me in the kitchen with dirty ass nails. Like
Ugh.
I could not understand that. Bro.
Right.
Like,
It's like the first thing I look at people is their nails.
Yeah.
and then like
That's-
throughout kitchens and shit like that too. I remember people would be like, oh, like you're like some dickheads would be like, oh, you're like a pretty boy, and I'd be like, how am I a pretty boy, bro? Because I cut my nails and like I get a haircut.
Because you take
I'm
care of
clean
yourself.
shaven, bro. Like what
Yeah.
the fuck are you trying to say,
Because
bro?
you
Like,
take care of your physical self.
and you're
like,
dirty, nigga. Like,
I'm dead.
but nah. Yeah. So self hygiene, like, just keeping yourself. Take pride, like my mom always says. Take pride in yourself.
Yeah.
Look like something. You know what I mean?
Shout out
Look
to
like
Kathy.
something. Shout out Kathy.
Shout
Shout out Kathy, and it is Mother's Day. Like,
It is Mother's Day.
It's
Shout out to
Mother's Day.
Dora.
Tarik's
I love
holding me
you,
from my
mother.
mother, yo.
I'm not holding
Tarek's
you.
holding me from
I'm
my
not holding you from Kathy. You should. I don't know why you
That's
let
crazy.
Kathy come down like the first time.
That's crazy, bro. But anyway, take pride in yourself. Look like something. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, like, you always want to just take care of yourself. Because like Keyla said, charity starts at home. You can't help nobody else unless you help yourself first.
Yeah.
Very true.
Self-love is thought within before it's found externally. And like that's hard for a lot of people, especially with social media, I feel like nowadays. Like
Bro, it's
shit is so superficial. People are so superficial.
Bro, like literally,
can't, like,
bro,
see
it's
through
so
that,
and,
yeah.
and social media is so saturated
Yeah,
now,
it is
bro.
so
It's so
saturated.
much bullshit. It's just like
Mm.
straight entertainment. It's like you're gonna get news, you're gonna get like who's who, you're gonna get the funniest video of the week all in one. Like it's crazy, bro. Like I don't understand. Like and to see, bro, I remember when Instagram was just when you put up a picture, bro.
Right, and people liked it.
That was like 2013, 2012. I remember literally what it had to be like the iPhone like 4 or 3 around that time when that shit first dropped. And I remember downloading it for the first time, bro. And that shit literally was like wonky.
Yeah. Someone said small moments of grace throughout the day, creating intentional moments during the daily routines equals self-love.
Yes, that is the sesh. Actually, shout out to the sesh. I am sponsoring a high tea party for them May 20th. So
Nice.
y'all, it's gonna be so lit. Yes,
Hell
I'm so
yeah.
excited. Thank you, ladies. Mwah. That was perfect,
Nice.
honestly.
Thank you for tuning in as well.
Yes, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, no, I feel like all of that, you know, just it all really bubbles down. So yeah, I had a list of self-care tips also from BetterHelp. Remember, I want to say it was like last week or the week before.
Yeah.
I came through with the list too, and I was like, yo, this is perfect, like perfect. It's just the way things work out. But yeah, a few self-care tips just to go through, and hygiene is actually one of them, but we'll get to that. So the first one is self-care means taking time to do things that you enjoy. Usually self-care involves everyday activities that you find relaxing, fun, or energizing. These activities could be as simple as reading a book or as big as taking a vacation. It was literally the first conversation that I, and Project Girl had when I walked in. Was like, there were, like, you guys were just like, or I think she was like when do you guys take breaks? Or like, yeah, like, again, the importance of that, taking care of yourself so that you can be there for other people. The next one is self-care also means taking care of yourself. This means eating regular meals, getting enough sleep, caring for personal hygiene, and anything else that maintains good health.
Yep.
There you go. Number 3, make self-care a priority. There will always be other things to do, but don't let these interrupt the time that you set aside for self-care. Self-care should be given the same importance as other responsibilities. And I'm not even gonna hold you guys, like I struggle with this a lot.
What?
With this point is making self-care a priority. because I feel like sometimes I get too involved with all of the other things
Shit
that I have going on, and it just like interrupts the time that I have set
Especially
for myself.
family shit.
Yeah, because
When
it's just
something
such a
happens
priority.
with the family,
Yeah.
bro, your
Everything goes on
self
pause.
priorities
Yeah.
go on pause,
Yeah.
bro.
It just that's
And I
just
hate
it's
that
crazy.
shit. And sometimes it even takes you a while to even get back to getting on your own self priorities after a family bout or whatever the fuck's going on.
I mean, shit, that's basically what I'm emerging from. You guys have literally seen me lose down, like
Rise
deep,
from the ashes.
motherfucking down, like
Keyla
completely.
the Phoenix.
Keyla the Phoenix. I love that. I love that, honestly. Okay, number 4.
Jean Grey.
I'm dead. Okay, number 4, set specific self-care goals. It's difficult to follow through with vague goals such as I will take more time for self-care. Instead, try something specific such as I will walk for 30 minutes every evening after dinner. Which I like that. I mean, I feel like just my to-do list is kind of, I tried to write that in there, but it's still, I be having to like move it a couple of days. Anyway.
I'm looking forward tomorrow.
Anyway.
I don't know. I'm not walking around proud after dinner.
True.
Lazy ass.
True.
Okay, number 5, make self-care a habit. Just like eating one apple doesn't eliminate health problems, using self-care just once won't have much effect on reducing stress. Choose activities that you can do often and that you will stick with. Number 6, set boundaries to protect your self-care. I think this is like top, honestly. You don't need a major obligation to say no to others. Your self-care is reason enough. Remind yourself that your needs are as important as anyone else's. Number 7. A few minutes of self-care is better than no self-care. Set an alarm reminding you to take regular breaks, even if it's just a walk around the block or an uninterrupted snack. Oftentimes, stepping away will energize you to work more efficiently when you return. I feel like with this one, I just automatically do this shit, but it's because like my ADHD, like I can't especially like working from home. Like when I be at the crib, I gotta be getting up all the time. Like I need to be doing something different just to like keep myself stimulated. And then, alright, we've got 2 more left. So, unhealthy activities don't count as self-care. So, things like substance abuse, overeating, or unhealthy behaviors might hide uncomfortable emotions temporarily, but they cause more problems in the long run. And I think with this, it's just super important to be aware of what you're actually doing and really like understand the difference between it being healthy and being unhealthy. Just because, I mean, something like overeating, like that's something that can happen so easy where, we don't even realize that like, yeah, we could order a box of pizza, maybe be like, all right, we're gonna eat a couple slices and then leave the rest like for tomorrow, like have some lunch for tomorrow, whatever. But then you just automatically end up eating the whole thing.
COVID.
But it's, it's just like something super automatic.
Bro, COVID was ridiculous. I was eating everything and anything. And so, like, I seen a picture of myself and I was like,
it's crazy because that's automatically, that's an automatic, stress response, basically, where you're just, you don't know what to do. You're just stuck at the crib, and so you're just going to eat. And then the last one, keep up with self-care, even when you're feeling good. Because doing so will keep you in a healthy routine. And plus, self-care might be part of the reason why you're feeling good. So yeah, guys, those were just a few tips for self-care and a quick little conversation on self-love. I feel like it's super important to be able to check in with yourself, right? Not just physically, not just taking care of your body, working out, stuff like that, but also taking care of your mental, right? How are you feeling? How are you thinking about things, and what way are you kind of processing things? Your emotions, ties right into how you're processing things, how you're dealing with other people, and how they're influencing you in your life. And then your spiritual too, just making just being aware of who you are here, on this earth, outside of this physical body. You know what I mean? You as an individual, and what goes deeper than just what is present. Being able to check in with all of those things, forgiving yourself on a lot of those things, because again, life is life, and you're gonna make mistakes. and there's gonna be very, very difficult things that you have to go through in life, but you have to go through them to be able to continue to grow and to be able to keep pushing you to do what needs to get done. And they're essential life lessons because you need to go through them to know how to prosper and know how to move through that. But yeah, that's basically my little spiel for today. Be gentle to yourself, be mindful of yourself, be mindful that we only have this one life, and I feel like the way that we spend it is just so incredibly valuable. It will just completely leave an impact to those around you, and just having good intentions behind everything, because ultimately energy is never ending. It is this infinite cycle of, and I, at least for myself speaking, want to be a positive influence on that. I would hate to be a negative influence to that, and I'm going to do everything in my power to be able to get to that point and do that which I'm already doing.
There you go.
But guys, that was my topic for today.
There you go.
I hope you guys enjoyed my little spiel.
Nazir said shout out Nas.
Shout out
We did
Nas.
shout you out when you use that Pure Lounge this week. Shout out to Young Nas for DJing Pure Lounge. Alright?
Shout out Nas.
Why ain't you ain't gonna say it too?
Monkey.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Alrighty. What's the next topic, Drew?
Next topic is let's go ahead and get those progress reports in. How about that?
Progress
So we're
report.
gonna have to go ahead and hit Little John up real quick.
Oh, little John.
Hello, Daryl Smith, progressive. It's like, wow.
I
gotta learn
thought
that
you
shit.
did.
Today I was at work and I literally answered it and I was like, hello? My trainer was literally like, yeah, no, you can't be doing that. And I was just like, yeah.
Hello? Hello? What you want?
For real. But thank you, Lil John, by the way. Really today's word on the street is just to get like pretty much like progress reports on life. You know what I mean? Like and I'm not saying just weekends, Tarik, or things like that, but I'm talking more so like you guys obviously have goals and you set goals for yourself. Do you feel like you are on the right path to achieving those goals, and do you feel like you are close to achieving that ultimate goal that you set for yourself, if that makes sense? Do I just sound high, or does that make sense?
Fucking high ass.
Yeah, that ass. You, go first.
I was just talking. Give me a break.
Alright, you, Tarik, go
Go
first.
first.
I was just talking, give me that. I think I'm on the way. I'm not there yet.
Definitely.
What do you ultimately
Life
want for
is-
yourself, though?
Life is just always progress. I feel
What is the end goal?
Um,
What is the Avengers Endgame for the Tarik saga?
I feel like it changes all the time.
Yeah.
I think after this last week doing the casting call, I'm like, well, damn, now I want to do acting. So it's kind of like, all right, I want to start getting into that more. I want to get my sauces on shelves in supermarkets, but there's still more research and more finances I gotta build to kind of do that basically. One of the things I gotta get done is I have to copyright my name and the logo and stuff like that, and I'm almost there. I kind of been putting it off a little bit, but that's kind of next. And honestly, it's just kind of working toward, like I ask you guys every year at the beginning of the year in our meetings, like what you guys expect for this year. One thing Johnson said, double the amount of income that we bring in. Last year we didn't do it, but we was like right there at the same amount. This year I kind of think we're actually going to do it, mainly because of doing the cooking classes. The money from that kind of bringing in kind of helps. And then just the building on the catering side and just meal preps and stuff like that. So I think just getting more gigs, getting my name out there a lot more, people just knowing and seeing who I am, and honestly, just like when we do these live events and stuff like that, more people actually saying, "Oh man, I want to be a part of that. How can I do that?" So honestly, I think that's something I never really thought of. Like, damn, having other people really get on like that. But I feel like now that's happening. It's like, all right, like how can I get other people in? Like Friday, Southside Smoothies. Shout out to my guys, Quick Rock. I was like, yeah, you could be a vendor for Wednesday and stuff like that. I sent them all the information, and then this Friday when he was at the shop, he was like, hey, like, I don't know if I really want to do it just because you're charging people. I don't really want to charge people. Like I was like, yo, honestly, like even if you come in like charge people, you don't have to make that much. Like we're just all helping each other because that's all it is. Like I want to help small businesses out. Like, and that's the one thing I've never like pictured for myself saying like, yo, I want to help small businesses. But now that I'm a small business, it's like, yo, it's important to just help everyone. Everyone's growing at the same time. So honestly, I told him, I was like, yo, like, even if you come and you have a table and stuff, just make something small, and it's Mother's Day. We're gonna have a good time. They come to your table, they see what you got. Even if they don't buy anything, it's just, hey, who are you? Oh snap! Like, so I mean, it's kind of honestly, it's just a goal of just kind of helping everyone else out. So I mean, we do it every week when we're here, so we're helping each other out. Hey, what's your thing? Throw it out there. What things you got on the show? DJ, hey, thank you for being here for me. Well, let them know where they can get you. Where can they book you at? Where can do this? I mean, so honestly, I feel like it's just kind of helping each other out and just keep expanding on things I want to do. So
I feel that.
I'm on the way, but I'm not there yet. But we're building, we're growing.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like I don't really have an end goal. There's lots of goals. There's lots of goals. There's like the list. It's like a never-ending checklist of like things that I'm like crossing off and things that I'm adding.
There's a lot of things that like it's like, oh, I would like to do that, and it's like, oh, I did. Oh, hell yeah, I did that. All right.
Right.
Let me get the next one done.
Yeah.
It's like something that's like, yo, it's like that long-term one. It's like, and it's kind of hard to be like, oh yeah, the long-term goal, because it's like, we're not here for that. I want to like, let me do the short one first. That's why I really don't even call them goals. I call them like, all right, what can I expect from us? What do I want to get done? It's basically a goal, but it's not. I'm not calling it that because the goal is kind of like, if I don't get it done, oh damn, I didn't get this goal done. Oh, so now I failed. But it's not. That's not really it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what can you do? How can you get there? Even if you don't get there, all right, this is how far I got. How can I get better for next time? That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
Like, is it your turn now?
Right.
Look, I'm sorry.
You like these open discussions on
I'm sorry.
topics.
I went Kirk Franklin for a second. I'm sorry.
sorry.
Continue.
Oh man.
The floor is yours.
Oh man. I feel like, of course, there's some major goals for myself. And it's crazy too because I remember I literally just took a couple of sheets out of my notebook. That one of them I wrote it when I was in Colombia, so this was more than 6 months ago now, back in September, and fucking. Damn. It was a list of goals that I wanted to.
FaceTiming us?
Yes, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, even when I'm on vacation, I'm still fucking working. Because, like, the life of an entrepreneur, and going back to what you and I and PG was talking about earlier, is, the fact that, like, that entrepreneurship life is, like, you're working 24/7. Like, people are like, oh, like, when do you work? I'm like, I'm working right now. Like, in one way or another, it's whether I'm the conversation that I'm having with this person, or the place that I have to go to meet up with this person, or just the place that I have to go, like, to just see, or whatever it may be. All of these small little multitasking and doing multiple things at once. Like last week on Wednesday, the same thing happened where I was on the call for my class for BCB Mastermind cohort, and I was also simultaneously on FaceTime with you guys while y'all were at a meeting at Sure Live's crib, and like y'all were doing the application for Rolling Loud, and it's just like earlier today, the same thing. We're setting up, I'm on class, like virtually on Zoom, and it's trying to, it's just like, it's all of these little things that I just like put myself in to do to be able to continue to grow and expand on what those goals are. Definitely reaching them for sure. Like I know Skillshare was one of them on my list, which I need to get back to, but I was like, I need to just reevaluate that a little bit and figure out exactly like set a schedule to be able to just put that out. But yeah, I know that was one of them. I wish I had brought it because like we literally could have done an analysis on my goals. It was crazy. I wrote them down for like long term and short term as well. But yeah, I think just continuing to be a better person. Like obviously like making sure that you're writing things on paper though, and having at least some key pointers in regards to maybe more of the tangible things in life, like what your living situation is like, where you want to start your business, like what your business actually entails, like some of these like broader ideas, if you will.
Mhm.
Like, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
No, that makes sense.
I don't know.
No, it makes sense.
Just rambling at this point.
Nah, in my case, it's definitely like chess. It's definitely a strategy game. You feel me? And where I'm at right now in the game of chess, I feel like I'm where I need to be positioned. Getting out of the queen was definitely a big like up because getting into progressive, even though it's a totally different field and everything like that, it has so much leniency. You know what I mean? To the job, like. Bro, you go into the office like 4 hours of the day, you go home for the rest of the day, and just like work from home, like
Nice.
shit like that. And like in that time, like yeah, you're working and doing whatever you gotta do, but in your downtime, you should be doing whatever you want to get fucking done in life. You know what I mean?
Yep,
Like hey,
exactly.
listen, like I'll sit down, I'll fucking look up make mood boards on Pinterest or some shit like that for some photo shoots that I come up with, some ideas or something like that, some inspiration for some outfits or something crazy, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, take that time, that precious time, and that will like build up into something that will become your dream, your goal. I don't know what you call it, but like that's how I look at it. That's definitely opened up doors for me because now I'm able to go on more modeling gigs and shit like that, and casting calls or some shit. Like if I need to call out, like they're mad lenient. They're like, alright, you need to take a day, take the day. Like if I was in the kitchen, they'd be like, what the fuck, you're taking a day? Like you're gonna die, bro. Like
Literally, and you would.
Like
you would come in the next day and you're fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked
like,
because they blood your station.
Fucked.
They don't care
it's
about
so bad.
you. Like,
nobody
they just want to
cares.
see you squirm. Like it was
Horrible.
so toxic. You feel me? So like, and it's a
yeah,
totally different
life
vibe.
is such a toxic
No
environment.
bullshit.
You have to want to be there to like survive.
For real, I was in training the other day. I literally like was like, "Can I go to the bathroom?" And everyone like looked at me. They were like, "Yo, you don't have to ask." And I was just like, "Yeah, I know, but like my last job." And then they were just like, "No, we know. Like you were in the kitchen, like
when your boss asks you something,
crazy.
when your boss asks you something, do you be like, yes, chef?
no cap."
Right.
Literally, just be having flashbacks and shit.
Oh man.
But nah, it was just like, nah, I definitely understand it. And then it was funny because I was just like, oh, where are you from the kitchen? And then he was just like, yeah, I worked at Chili's for like 9 years. I was like,
I'm dead.
I was like, word, like, alright. But yeah, nah, it's definitely like it's a slowly but surely type of vibe. Everything slowly is coming together. Like,
It's a slow burn.
I mean, like, yeah, it is a slow burn, but like, there's also that half of me that is just like time waits for no man. You feel me? And
Very
you cannot bullshit.
Very motherfucking true.
So you cannot bullshit around, bro. Like with your time,
No, you
with your
can't.
energy, like you say,
Woo!
with your spirit, like
Woo!
you
With your love.
say, with your love,
Woo!
like you say, like.
Deadass, all of it though, because it literally all like falls into place. Like it all literally comes into play with what life is.
For real.
And like being able to progress or being held back by any little thing that can fuck up any one of those little things or those aspects. Like, and I was also, I wanted to mention going back to, you know, just like your goals. I feel like, so there's an activity that the cohort introduced us to a couple of weeks ago, and it was checking our egos. And I think you missed it. I think you walked in right after I finished saying mine. But basically, what they had us do as an icebreaker when, like, the first day that we met was come in, we all had to, like, somebody started with the little coin, and then we had to pass it around to everybody. You had to go up, introduce yourself, introduce what your business is, and check your ego. Check your big ego and check your little ego at the door, and just, like, let that guard down, if you will. And I think that it was such an amazing way to put that into
Exercise.
practice. Yeah. Because I feel like that really brings you down and humbles you to the point where, okay, now your goals are reevaluating because you're thinking of shit deeper. You're thinking of how to go about life with more of an impact versus it just being more of what you're experiencing in the physical presence, if you will. And I honestly I feel like that's the point that I'm at right now with my goals to be, because I'm just like, I'm questioning everything. I'm questioning how, like, what my legacy is gonna be. And like, it's crazy because the first, like, this was, I literally just became introduced to that term in regards to cannabis as being like if your legacy, like your black market, like you're in the streets, you know what I mean? And like, it's literally this whole movement that's going on, it's like legacy to legal, where it's like for you to become legal in the cannabis industry, you're obligated to start as legacy and actually like get, you know, that in place and get it going for you to even like get a license to do that shit legally.
Yeah.
Or for it, you know, to be like, yeah, it's just crazy. So that exercise really just, and I feel like I've been doing it obviously a lot more now because I do it with them too, and like even throughout the day, like I've been thinking about shit like this, and I'm like, okay, like, how can I kind of check my ego and, you know, see, you know, what I'm doing in my life and how that's affecting me and how I can like just improve and what I need to just be humbled on and reminded of. Because I feel like life is so fast, we're always thinking of like next. Exactly.
It's like you can't keep thinking about the future and worrying about the future.
And so like I agree with you, Ricky, when you say like, you know, it's more about the short term goals or more of the like, yeah, a little longer but still tangible, still in reach, because like beyond that it's like life changes so much every single day.
Because truthfully all we got is now.
Exactly.
It's
finding that balance between, alright, what we kind of expect in a way from like our futures, or what we want or what we're looking for, right? Like what that dream is, if you will, but then being also able to understand the shit that's happened in our past and those lessons, those very hard truths and that shadow self, if you will, and then being able to find that balance within like the now, and being able to see how that comes in combination together with your impacts in this very moment. Is yeah.
Do you have it?
No.
Y'all like
Over
those.
here.
Y'all like those. Shout out Lil John, man.
Shout out to Lil John.
Shout out Lil John.
Lil John.
Alright, Tarik, take us away. Slime ball.
Slime. Our word of the day is actually mother sauces. So the next few weeks, mother sauces. So the next few weeks, I'll be doing getting into like some sauces. I'm gonna break down each sauce individually on each episode, and some things that actually can help your sauces, like natpé and slurries and stuff. But we'll get into those, all right? The mother sauces are basically the 5 main sauces that are associated with French cooking. With these sauces, they can be turned into derivatives or have other sauces created, basically. So basically, our 5 mother sauces are hollandaise, velouté, bechamel, tomato sauce, and espagnole, which is basically like a brown sauce. And I want to test y'all too, just to kind of see if y'all know any derivatives for any of these sauces.
Like I know them, but like I just make them. It tastes good.
I'll throw an easy one out there. Tomato sauce. What's the derivative of tomato sauce?
Marinara.
Yeah.
Exactly. Quick, easy marinara sauce.
Yeah.
Hollandaise.
Hollandaise.
What's a derivative of hollandaise?
Mm-hmm.
What is that one where you put the herbs in it? What's it called? Shit.
See, like.
Fuck. Nah, because you put it on steak. You put it on steak.
These tests are really more for Drew's knowledge. It's not really for Keyla's. But if it's not like.
You put it on steak, it goes. It's like a. What does it start with? Give me the first letter at least.
B. Come on, Drew, you right there.
It's
Bernaise.
Bernaise, yes.
fucking Bernaise.
Yep.
Bernaise.
Mornay is from fucking bechamel.
Mornay's bechamel, yeah.
That's it. Yep.
That was
Bechamel.
nice.
Yeah.
Mornay cheese sauces.
Mornay and cheese sauce.
When you
Yeah.
make when you make a cheese sauce, you make
Mac
a
and
bechamel.
cheese.
Yeah.
Nah,
Like-
some people just put fucking the way people make mac and cheese amazes me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, damn, no bechamel, like
No
type
thickener.
no type of
That
bonding, no nut. It's just
Right.
noodles and cheese, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
that shit be crazy.
Brown sauce or espagnole? How do you say? I don't remember how to say the word.
What can you make out of that? What's the
I don't know this one.
Demi-glace.
you make a demi? Oh yeah, that makes sense. Because
Because basically just reducing it down.
Yeah.
yeah.
Quick and easy. And then the last one is velouté. This one I feel like
Doublier. You can make Doublier sauce out of that,
I
right?
think so. But I feel like this one we
fish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I feel like they didn't really go over like derivatives for like velouté as much. Like
They got chicken velouté too, though.
chicken velouté exactly. So one is Normandy sauce, but that's with like mushrooms and stuff.
Puttanesca.
Puttanesca. But I mean, yeah, things like that.
That's with the chicken velouté, though. You make puttanesca, right?
Yeah, something like that. But I mean, that's the word of the day. It's mother sauces, and I mean, throughout the next few weeks, I will be breaking down each one as well. Some things that can kind of help your sauces. So yeah, the next extension of word of the day is gonna be some sauces. How to make your sauces better? How can you make variations of your sauces?
Season
Like
them.
that. Exactly.
Right.
So.
Season your fucking sauces.
Season the sauce.
But just like that. So that's our word of the day.
Okay.
Short,
Okay.
simple, sweet.
Yeah,
We got-
so we're gonna get into some other sauces in the next couple of weeks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're gonna probably be having some more chefs on as guests, so we'll be asking them how they
Yeah.
even work with derivatives of
Yeah,
sauces.
ask them what gluten is. Fuck y'all.
What's
No.
gluten, Drew?
The gluten is the structure.
Alrighty, so I mean, so our topic for today is just kind of going back to what we've been doing all episode, basically just reflections.
Yeah.
We're reflecting on the first 20 episodes of the podcast. This is episode 21 of that.
I love it. I love that we took a break last week. I feel like everything played out so perfectly because I was dead ass in the kitchen too, literally baking. I was dead ass in the kitchen baking, literally finishing off products that I was going to cater for an event the following day.
Yeah.
That shit was nuts. It was delicious. I made a matcha sponge cake
That shit
roll
was bussin'.
with some whipped cream and
With the fucking
peaches,
pineapples.
pineapples, blueberries, and
And we ain't
mango.
got none of that
It
here.
was so good.
Yeah, I wanted to try that.
We ain't got none of that here.
Nah.
I made
Nah,
a coffee
dude,
panna cotta
we
with
ain't got that here
a
either.
Kahlua jelly
We ain't got that
and
here
some
either.
whipped cream and cocoa nib Florentine fire.
Oh,
I made all of my regular cookies that I made.
Fire.
Yes, that passion fruit bar, everybody killed that shit.
Fire.
Little cupcakes, the little munchie square,
Fire.
if y'all don't know, y'all missing out.
We missing out because she didn't bring it to us. So.
Right?
We still
Don't
waiting.
worry, guys.
we're
I'm
still
literally
waiting on
gonna
these,
show up one day with a whole feast for y'all.
I'm still
Trust.
waiting on these apple.
The apple pie bars.
Yeah, we're still waiting on these.
Them.
bars.
Oh, I can't wait to bring those back for the fall.
Fall, yeah, fall is busted. You're gonna make
Hey,
Busted.
autumn spice cookies,
Bro.
snickerdoodles. Oh shit.
Bro, you just
booed me. You booed.
Boo, ayo, boo.
Hey. Boo. Not just
y'all are really
on
on
mode. You was really practicing hitting the buttons
no
this
cap.
weekend. Yo, man. funny.
But no, yeah, just a reflection on. Honestly, it's really just on the first 4 guests we had on. We had Project Girl, Solano Detailing. We had Chef Laura, Chef Albert. I mean, what y'all thoughts on our first few guests that we've had on so far?
Nas is a guest too, I guess.
He hasn't been an official guest. He hasn't officially been a guest. Parents.
True.
You ain't gonna start me going.
Wow.
The fuck?
The fuck?
Nah, but I actually like where we're going. I mean, this is like I said to Kayla, like it's all about having an idea and bringing that shit to life. We've done that.
Yeah.
This is our fucking child. We all came together and birthed a child.
Yes.
And
True.
That's
That
kinda-
menage a trois.
literally, literally,
Hey yo,
and
they gotta sponsor us now.
so it's like I don't know where we are, and we've been saying this from jump. Like, yo, we can have guests on there. Like, I mean, we obviously gonna have to start having DJs and shit. We gotta have like
Yes. Other creatives.
exactly
A bunch.
shit
There's
like
a
that.
list. My one friend Edwin, he's hopped into the chat a couple times previous. Like honestly, he just went to Amsterdam. He came back like he had just had a crazy fun trip. Like he's trying to come on here and like talk to you guys about it. And he's just such a vibe. Honestly, like yeah, he's doing a bunch of shit in cannabis too. Just like trying to get to it. He's an artist. He makes music. He's a musician. Yeah, it's just fucking dope. Bunch of people.
Yeah, I know. There was someone I was doing Uber, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I work for this person, this person." I was like, "Yo, let them know we got a podcast because we would love to have them on stuff like that
Yeah.
too." Anthony, our last guest, he was definitely dope, and even he told me he was like, "Yo, like that was crazy, like yo, that was a great episode and stuff like that."
So how did it just transition? Like, did I stop?
I mean,
Did I let you off?
Kayla kind of cut you off, and I just hopped right
And
back.
then you just hop back in.
You're
Yeah.
just hopping right
Okay.
behind.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Alright.
you're
It's
hopping
like
behind.
they say,
Hopping
you put your
after.
left foot in, and then you take
Alright,
your left foot
alright.
out, and then you know.
So I'm not the one that's at fault this week. It's both of y'all. That
Me.
That's
What did I
crazy.
do? I didn't do.
The
I
tables
didn't do
have turned.
shit. I didn't do shit.
Like, stop. But go ahead, Drew. Go ahead.
Yeah, like Anthony was like, yo, that was just a dope episode, yo, appreciate y'all having me on and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, bro, like this is what we do, like this is the vibes that we have. So like he really loved it. Honestly, just having Laura and Albert on, like brightened my day, like that day, those days, because those are literally our friends from forever, literally. So I was really happy that we can have them on. And then Project Girl, first of all, we're in Project Girl Studios, so
Yeah,
that just
shout out
shows
to
what that brought to
Yup.
that just brought to the podcast,
Yup.
basically.
Yeah.
And then Drew really having to just freestyle on the spot, that just caught me. That just had me crying.
Only you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go now, Drew.
Now it's your turn.
Now they pass.
Now.
Yeah, you can put your right foot in now.
Fucking guys.
Boo.
Anyway. Yeah.
You just did all that, so it's you guys this week, and you don't have anything to say.
Totally forgot my train of thought. But yeah.
But,
Yeah, that was literally. I had something and then it's okay though because like that's what we're here for. We're here to express ourselves on the podcast and speak what's on our mind. You feel me? Like, and if we cut off each other, it's okay. It's okay.
okay, I
Is
still
it-
love you guys.
Is it okay?
It's not though. It's not though.
Do we need podcast therapy?
Oh my god, not
Yeah,
podcast therapy.
Like,
We should all sit on a chair. Well, you cut me off
Yo,
last
that
time.
should be a skit that we do, guys.
That should
Podcast
that'd
therapy.
be hilarious.
Yo, that'd be so fucking
That would be
funny.
hilarious.
I want to have a fire ass like videographer or like digital creator or somebody to come through, bro. Like someone that does like music videos or some shit.
Yes.
I want that. And,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have the person.
The person, yeah. So
Yeah.
bring
coming
them through. Bro.
He's a part
Bring
of
them
the
things out.
other
Bring
crew.
them things.
Bring them dang.
Bring them things out. Bring them things.
Hey yo.
What do you mean by that?
Bring them things.
Hey
What
yo.
do you mean
I
by
like
that?
them things. I like how them things thing.
Okay.
Bring them things out.
Alright.
I like how yo, summertime too coming
No
out.
cap. I like how
Oh,
them
yo.
things thing.
The
Show you.
thanging. Sometimes.
Honestly, so this is our 21st episode.
Okay.
And just looking down the road of what's going to be happening, basically. Rolling Loud is happening. And the reason why we was also off last week was DJ Sure Live found a way for us to be pressed at Rolling Loud. So we submitted the application last week and we're waiting on a response. If we get to be pressed at Rolling Loud, that's going to take us to the heights. we're already gonna do the podcast from Rolling Loud already, but like we're just gonna do like a quick episode a day, like recapping like the last episode and what we can expect for the next day, basically. But if we're actually gonna be there in press, it's gonna be like, even a lot better. So that's something you guys can expect for the podcast as well. Bigger guests as well.
Yeah.
Better drinks as well, because Drew's getting better at drinks. So no more sex in the driveways.
He's just-
Maybe a better
he's
version
just
of sex
buying
in the
bottles.
I wasn't gonna say it.
What the fuck are these sours? What the fuck are you guys talking about?
That's what I just said. You getting better at your drinks, okay?
Yo,
You're getting better.
I love you.
That's what I just said. You're getting better. You're getting
I'm
better.
sitting here like, oh, okay, I'll like do this conversation. What the fuck? How does this switch to Drew and sex in the driveway? We was talking about Rolling Loud, bro.
I'm just saying what they can expect from us going forward after 21 episodes. I'm just saying, like, better drinks, Drew's getting better, maybe better sex in the driveway. That's all I'm just saying.
Yeah, you should just really reevaluate that recipe and go back to. It's a great concept.
I'm definitely gonna bring it
I
back.
love the
And
concept.
I know y'all are gonna be hesitant
You
as
gotta,
fuck.
you
Y'all are
gotta
gonna be
change the
hesitant
concept
as
a
fuck.
little bit. Like the ingredients, just switch them up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw some like blue raspberry jelly.
So like I just said, we're gonna have
Anyway,
better drinks, bigger guests,
you was talking about some lead earlier.
bigger venues.
That's what he said.
We're gonna be in bigger venues. Like we're on Twitch as well. So like we have so much
More videos too, bro. More
Yes.
videos.
Yo, once you get
YouTube it.
the
The camcorder's coming. It's coming.
You already ordered it?
No, it's coming this marking period. This paycheck.
Word.
So
once-
6 days. 6 days.
You
Word.
just
So
like carrying around with you. I love it.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah.
look,
Documentaries.
we're gonna be doing
I
a
mean,
lot.
like you guys. If I'm doing this, you guys have to be like famous or at least. Some
Duh.
shit famous.
Oh, duh.
Or at least have some big type of scandal that happens. That.
Not scandal.
I mean, like people would love the footage. Yeah. Like,
Oh, please.
you know what I mean?
But-
It's like BTS. I haven't seen it.
But yeah. But
Not you setting up 7 times in a row.
Just in case, you know. Some trees have like
Just
7
in case.
illegitimate kids.
Oh my god.
They all come out the woodworks.
What?
What the fuck?
Hey, y'all heard it here first, bro.
Oh
Like,
my
you
God.
gotta
That's where you
tell
talking about
me.
no kids.
Yo, stop playing, bro.
I got no damn kids.
They
Yo,
tune in
Drew,
every
you're
Sunday.
horrible.
They tune in every Sunday.
They tune in every
On
Sunday.
one iPad.
All of them?
All of them.
Alright, so yeah. I think we can wrap it up, alright? That's our 21st episode, you know.
Yo, you're.
Drew is crazy.
Yo, name this episode Tarik 7 Babies.
That's a great one, yes. Yes, honestly. Oh my god.
But alright, guys. That's a wrap right
I
now.
like that. That was a good little recap episode. I feel like, yeah, just bigger and better things for the podcast. Lots of new connections, just moving forward, continuing to push. And
Can you order that pizza, bro?
yo, facts.
Bro, can we finish the show?
Like,
Like,
the show's over. Order the pizza.
You
now,
should.
so
You
it's free.
ideally should have ordered the pizza like 20 minutes ago, so
I'm
that we
getting
could
from
have
Papa
gotten
John's
it.
up the street.
Bet.
And y'all gonna get it.
Oh, y'all
Anyway,
going
so,
to
like,
get it.
Go ahead and tell them where they can find you at, Kayla.
Well, you guys can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Zoe_Keyla, ZOE_KEYLA. On Instagram as well at liquid_GLD for liquid gold. You'll see all of the stuff for the event and just events that I have coming up, the events that I've been catering and partnering with the team with Canon Management. And then where else? I mean, obviously here on the Mixing Pot podcast every week, on Chef Tarik show as well. Yeah, just collaborating, doing the thing, and yeah, see me, catch me around Rhode Island, and like Massachusetts, honestly, cause we outside this summer. We outside, we getting shmoney, honey, and we live in lovely,
Alright, Tarik,
luscious,
let's
just amazing. You really just cut me off, bro.
Yo, that's so crazy.
Yo.
It's like that.
Before I beat your ass.
Yo, where can they find you at?
He was like, damn it.
She's getting violent.
The whole episode I hadn't said anything. I was so nice. The whole time.
Oh
Honestly.
my god.
Now it's coming.
Right.
Oh.
The beat down.
Not the beat down.
No, wait.
Hi.
You guys can find me cheftareekcompany.co, Instagram and TikTok. Mixing up with Chef Tarik every Sunday at 11 a.m. Facebook, Chef Tarik 401. YouTube, Chef Tarik. ChefTareekCompany.com. That is my website. Chef Tarik Company LLC on Google. You can leave me reviews. But enough of those, because this week is Mother's Day, ladies and gentlemen. So of course you need to bring your mothers out to Red Lounge. You need to have them enjoy the great food that me and Chef Drewski are going to be cooking. You need to have them come see all the great vendors that are going to be there. We have Couture 401, all her croc charms, going crazy. We have African Pipeline.
Oh wow, he just vended at my event.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
That's
I
awesome.
absolutely, positively fucking love
I
that.
had someone drop out last minute, and he was the last one that asked me, so I was like, you know what, you still want to do it?
Perfect. Look
So-
at that. Love it.
so-
That was awesome.
We're gonna have him there. We have two great sponsors, Three Kings Accessories and Burns Roofing. All their products are gonna be there. We're gonna have some raffles there. We're gonna have DJ RMX going crazy on the ones and twos. There's gonna be an after party from 3 to 5 right after. There's gonna be hookah. There's gonna be drinks. Everything's gonna be there. So make sure you guys come out to Red Lounge this Sunday from 12 to 3 to 5 after party. Doors will be open around 11:30, 11:45, so you guys can come in. Mixing with Chef Tree is gonna be at 11 a.m. live from Red Lounge as well with DJ RMX. It's gonna be a great day. Shout out to you guys from Red Lounge as well for always partnering up with us as well. You guys can get your tickets on ChefTareekCompany.com. This happens right there, $20 in advance, $25 at the door. So make sure you guys get your tickets in advance. You don't have to pay that extra fee at the door. Or you guys can just DM me and you guys can cash at me. It's $Chef Ricky, 22, if you want to just cash at me. But get on my website. Excuse me, Jesus, that wine now.
That one now.
They just cash apping you?
I mean, you can, or I would
just cause.
I mean, no. What are you talking about?
I'm fucking with you.
No.
For ticket?
No.
One more.
No. What? No. Purchase your tickets. Either DM me on Cash App or ChefTareekCompany.com. Go onto the website, see everything that we got on there. The podcast stuff is going to be on there as well. You guys can see their pretty faces on the website as well. So make sure you guys come out for Mother's Day. And May 21st is Haitian Flag Day at Caribbean Garden of Eve. That is her retirement party as well. So make sure you guys come out. That is free. Bless you.
Bless.
Thank you.
You guys can just come out and see all the great vendors she's gonna have out there. It's gonna be live. It's gonna be dope. I think that's everything I have.
And ladies and gentlemen, you can catch me at Second Human on IG, and also I Love You Drew. Oh my God.
What the hell? What's wrong with this nigga? This nigga's on drugs. This man's on drugs.
Anyway, scratch that. We're going. I Love You Drew. I'm joking. You can find me on IG.
Done. I fucking
Keyla,
stop. Oh my god.
You can find me on IG at Second Human and at I Love You Drew. That is I_love you Drew with a D. And
what?
yeah, I have a fashion show coming up at Mass Art this weekend. 6 and 8. Yo, they're acting the fuck up. I'm about to cut all of my.
Mine's done already.
So
Turn my shit on.
So yeah, that's the end of the show, yo. That's the end of the show.
Bye, y'all.